You are now tuned in to the Chaotic Culture Podcast.
It's the KKP on your mother flipping airways. Hear the name ringing through the halls and the stairways. You were listening to a pod that can segue all the latest topics, guaranteed to fill your headspace. It's a safe place to voice your opinion. Say what you feel, just like you're a kid again. Kid to pro and friends, black as obsidian. Chaotic culture, that's the world we living in. So what's the word?
All right. Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of the Chaotic Culture Podcast, the power chaos rules and black culture reigns supreme. The Chaotic Culture Podcast is brought to you by patreon.com/chaotic culture pod. Please be sure that you sign up for the Patreon in order to get bonus content and, of course, to help keep the lights on. Once again, we appreciate your support. This podcast will deep dive into modern black culture and how millennials, Gen Z, and Gen Alpha can navigate the crazy parts from finances, black business highlights, black professionals, community content creators, home ownership, HBCU, sports, black nerddom, anime, wrestling, and especially black music. If it encompasses black culture, we are going to cover it. Live from the 410, I am the host and the creator of the Chaotic Culture Podcast. This is your boy, Ked the Pro, a.k.a. the Calculator Millennial, a.k.a. the Encore Presentation.
Can I get an encore? Do you want more?
A.k.a. your favorite toxic adjacent king, Ked the Poet, Ked the Closer, all that good stuff. 843 is me. Baltimore is the place to be. Always chaotic, never toxic most days. And back again, once again, with your favorite black culture highlights and black culture shenanigans. And once again, happy Black History Month. 100 years we have been celebrating Black history, and hopefully that means we can continue to do so from this point and beyond. And y'all already know every Black History Month we do an interview series. A few changes for the pod, so not a lot of interviews this February. However, we will continuously focus on Black culture this month, as you already know. Speaking of which, since this is the 1st of February, more or less, we are getting ready to do our first interview with another content creator, and I am actually excited to have this content creator on board here today. Actually first ran into her last year. I believe it was at HBUCon's Geek Fest, if I'm not mistaken. And come to find out, she's a Hamptonian. It was just like, well, damn, duh. Okay, let me go ahead and reach out. Yeah, y'all already know Hampton is in the building once again. The standard of excellence. So it was only right that that I asked her to be a part of this. For the last year, we've been, having run-ins, of course. We'll get into that a little bit later, but I definitely wanted to have her introduce herself. For those who already know her, she's all over Instagram at this point. But if you don't, it's a chance for you to get a chance to know her. She goes by the name of YG, aka YunGokuu. So please, ma'am, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. My name is Goku, YG, YunGokuu, whatever rolls off the tongue the best. I'm from Washington, D.C. Like he said, I'm a Hamptonian, the standard of excellence, Black excellence, all that. Onyx 11 here. Hi. And yeah, I'm a cosplayer, content creator, gamer, your favorite waifu, um, all
Hey.
that. So yeah, thank you for having me. I'm super excited.
Likewise, glad to have you here. So before we begin any episode, of course, what we like to do is we like to do what's called a mental health check. We want to check to be sure that we are doing okay. And even if we're not and we feel like talking about it, we can. So I definitely wanted to take the opportunity to ask, how's your mental health been?
It's been all right. Like I actually work in mental health. I got my degree in psychology, so I currently work at a mental health crisis center. I help people who are in a psychiatric crisis. It's a 24-hour job. Um, so I'm an essential worker. I have to go to work every time, I gotta go to work.
Mhm.
So I do take breaks, which definitely helps with my mental health in that sense of like work being stressful. Um, I'm maintaining. I feel like I have I went to a vision board party last night, which is
Ooh,
very
okay.
helpful. I was able to get like some thoughts down and some clear mind of like how I kind of want my 2026 to go because I think this year for me is about discipline. Every
Mhm.
year is every year I ask for something different. Last year it was discernment. The year before that, I want to say it was like gratitude. Um, this year I want to work on discipline. So I'm just trying to stay more consistent, focused, and disciplined this year. So hopefully my mental health gets better with the routine and the tasks that I plan on doing. Um, because I always got a lot going on. I have ADHD, so my mind is all over the place, and I don't take my meds. And I'm really about to start taking my meds again because I'm like, I need to get some structure. Like, I need some routine. I need structure. I need to like stop being all over the place so goddamn
Mhm.
much. So that's where I'm at.
Okay. Okay. Look, I definitely understand. Uh, I hope that you are getting, time for yourself, especially as you said you were in a mental health crisis center. You got to be, strong willed, and there are times where you just have to take a break from normal because I
I cannot
know,
be crazy with them. I
yeah,
mean, some of the staff is. I'm not trying to be like that. I cannot be crazy with them.
fair enough. Well, for me, mental health has been okay. I will say that I'm more concerned right now about my physical health. Apparently, I'm a little under the weather, and it just kind of came out of nowhere. I'm like, okay, this has to be a cold. I
Mhm.
am gonna eventually go to the doctor and find out what's going on again. But it just seems like every time on my job, it seems like every month, like clockwork, I'm catching something from somebody because so many people go into that building sick and don't need to be there, but they
Grubby and
can't afford to take
nasty.
off. And unfortunately, because I do not have the strongest immune system or as strong as I would like for it to be, obviously I get whatever they be throwing up in there. So it's just like, all right, I gotta make sure that I protect myself. And even when I disinfect and hand sanitizer and all of that, apparently they got rid of all the hand sanitizer on my job, and I'm just like, well, why? They were like, well, it's not required for us to have it, and I'm just sitting there like,
Oh Lord.
y'all know how many people still get sick in this building? Like,
They need to have masks, gloves, hand sanitizer, all that.
Exactly. So I'm like, man, at this point, like there are times where I don't wear my mask as often just because it can get hot in there sometimes, but now I'm just like, man, I ain't about to take that mask off because y'all really just at this point,
Just
uh,
nasty.
it's just nasty and disgusting. I can't deal. I cannot deal. But outside of that, I'm okay. And this is actually a good time for me to kind of make this announcement. So, of course, my work schedule is changing, y'all. So, I'm still going to be trying to drop on Tuesdays. But if you haven't seen me lately dropping clips on Instagram or on TikTok and whatnot, this is because I'm going through some schedule changes. So, eventually, I will be getting back to posting content day after day after day. It's just a matter of, okay, I got to find out what these changes are and make sure that I'm prepared for them and find a new recording day because typically I record on Sundays and Mondays and I drop on Tuesday. Well, I'm going to start working on Tuesdays. So it's like, all right, now I got to find a new day to record and a new day to drop. So I'll probably still drop on Tuesdays, but I'll figure out the recording schedule once my schedule gets solidified. But yeah, that's where I've been, y'all. If y'all have not seen me, that's partially why. So with that in mind, we definitely wanted to make sure that we got YG on board so we can do this because I definitely wanted to highlight her and all of her accomplishments and everything that she's been doing as of late. So, so with that in mind, I'm gonna go ahead and actually start off the interview just by asking. Of course, both of us are hand Tonys, as you said. You're honest 11. I'm QT8. I'm showing my age here a little bit, but still, wanted to
It's okay.
wanted to, still ask your question. Let me get my words right. I wanted to ask a question regarding your experience at Hampton. So the first question is just like, what is, or tell me a little bit about your experience in Hampton and how that helped you where you are now.
um, so Hampton, I chose Hampton because they offered me the most money.
Hmm.
Um, so I had like 2 or 3 scholarships with them. I had like a room and board scholarship, an academic scholarship, and something else. I can't like some type of loan or something. I can't remember.
Hmm.
Um, hold on, I'm sorry. So I chose Hampton because they gave me the most money. So when I got there, I also went to pre-college.
Oh,
Not that
okay.
I don't know if everybody, I don't know if, well, like a lot of people didn't really go to pre-college, but I did, and I enjoyed going to pre-college. I thought that was like a really smart idea for me to do.
Mm-hmm.
Um, whatchamacallit? So what was that? 2016, I guess, because I graduated high school in 2016, and as soon as I
Mm-hmm.
graduated, yeah, I went straight to Hampton. I had a ball. I tell people like I at first I had a little bit too much fun. I was like the main. To me, I was the main character. Like I wouldn't say I ran the campus because no, I wasn't like super popular or anything like that. But
Right.
like I was like, this is my college experience. I'm gonna run, I'm gonna live my life how I'm because like growing up, I was kind of sheltered a lot. Like I was raised by my grandparents, so they were very
Mm-hmm.
old school. Like they didn't really let me go to like a lot of parties or like hang out with my friends often, like, So when I got to college, I was like, oh yes, like freedom. So I had all the bigs. Everybody thought it was cool. I was getting rides everywhere. I was getting invited everywhere. Like literally, it was funny because Hampton has a curfew, and you can't
Mm-hmm.
live off campus or whatever. So I'm getting rides from the back gate like every day to go somewhere, and like all my little freshman friends are like, "Where are you going? Like, how do you know all these people?" I'm like, "Girl, like catch up, like meet some new people." And I will say, like, it kind of helped me find myself. I did have a little identity, I wouldn't say crisis, but I did have like a little identity shuffle because
Mm-hmm.
Hampton's a bougie school. I'm not going to, it's very bougie,
Yes.
uppity black folk, rich black folk. So, um, I'm like upper middle class. I would say middle class more so than anything. My grandparents are like kind of, they're cultured, so
Mm-hmm.
we classy and stuff like that. But I wasn't wearing makeup every day. I wasn't wearing heels every day. I wasn't like really trying to put effort into my outfits at first. And then I kind of got the bug and was like, okay, let me put some makeup on. Let me wear some heels. Let me look nice. And I don't regret it because I think I would say that Hampton definitely taught me how to be a certain way in different areas,
Mm-hmm.
like how to be professional, how to be business, how to be chill, how to be social, how to be a little ghetto ratchet. Like I know how to dress for every occasion because of Hampton, and I'm very thankful for that.
Sure.
But I did realize I was trying to fit in, and I didn't like that. I don't really like to fit in. It's not my thing. So
Mm-hmm.
I realized I was like, okay, let me stop and go back to being myself. And that's when, people were starting to talk shit. But all this stuff people were talking about when I was doing it, it's all cool now. Like the
Mm-hmm.
TikToks and like the cosplaying and the gaming and all that stuff. Like I was doing that in college, like anime. I was trying to do like anime clubs and stuff like that. And everybody was just looking at me crazy. Even like OF, like I was doing all of that in college and everybody was like, what are you doing? And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm trying to make some money. I'm trying to have fun. I'm trying to be creative. And then, after COVID, all that stuff became cool because nobody knew what else to do. So it was just
Exactly.
interesting kind of to see that. But yeah, that was my college experience. I graduated by the grace of God. I graduated in 2020. I think they was just passing out diplomas. 'Cause, I mean, my grades were fine, not like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I have one math class I was not doing good in. And I think he just passed me. And I was just like, oof, thank you.
It's funny that you mentioned your story because it sort of kind of sounds similar to mine without the cosplay and whatnot, but because I wasn't a big cosplayer back then, but in 20 like 12, 2013 and whatnot, when I just started living on my own, I'm just like, yo, I have been disconnected from anime for a while, with the exception of like one. And I'm like, man, let me just dive in. And that's when Kiss anime was still like a thing. So I used to like go all since I was off campus, I didn't have to worry about, going on HU's Wi-Fi and trying to like search for anime to watch or things to talk about. I'd just be like, oh look, I'm on somebody else's internet watching these pirate, going on these pirate sites and watching anime and trying to keep up. But yeah, I definitely appreciate hearing that experience because, as you said, like Hampton, if it doesn't teach you anything, it will teach you how to at least dress for the occasion and when to do and when to not do. And I definitely appreciated all that I've learned from there. Uh, Tracking back outside of that, what was like one of the biggest lessons that you had at Hampton outside of dressing for the occasion?
I learned so much. I'm trying to think like what's like the biggest thing. I guess like I mean, even though I knew that already, but like, connections and networking is so important. Like I see
Mhm,
people now that are still connected and like helping each other out. Like I'm not really cool with my friends from Hampton anymore. Like I have like I can literally say like a handful, maybe two of
mhm,
friends that I still are in contact with from Hampton, and I really wish I wouldn't even say made more friends. I wish I just would have made better connections with people.
mhm.
Because that is one thing. Like people, you went to Hampton? Oh, oh, we was in the same. You Onyx? Like they'll hook you up real quick, and I
Oh, yeah.
do like I love that, and I think that's like with a lot of HBCUs too. But I do love that. And I did learn, that happens. But I'm trying to think like, what did I really learn? I want to say like being professional, like for real, like we had to dress business casual to certain things. Like you had
Mhm.
to, like you could not, they would not let you in if you did not have the proper business casual, attire on. And like if you were not on time, they were not letting you in.
Yep.
And if you were on time, you were late, they were not letting you in. So like just certain things like that, that was like some real world shit to me, like because I mean, people are a little bit more lenient now. After COVID, hella shit got lenient. But
Yeah,
before that, shit was not lenient,
it
and that was
wasn't.
real. And like, I am like that. They taught me like you gotta be perfect. Like you just gotta be on your shit for real. You gotta be on your shit. You gotta make your connections. You gotta, yeah. I
No,
definitely
that's
learned that.
fair. That's fair. And in all honesty, as you said, for me, I kind of wish that I went to pre-college, but during that time, I still was undecided. Well, I won't say I was undecided. I knew where I wanted to go, which was Hampton, but I was still trying to find ways like, okay, are these other colleges going to like give up any more money or anything like that? What's
Hmm.
the deal? My mom was kind of pushing me trying to push me in a different direction, but my mind was set on it's got to be Hampton at this point. So yeah, I definitely get that. But also, as you said, yeah, there was. I'm remembering some of those quotes now. Good, better, best. Never
Yeah,
remember
I
the
was
last.
literally about to say
Get
that
better,
good,
get
better,
better is
best, thing,
best.
better is gonna get better is fast. I was
Yeah,
literally gonna
that's.
say that.
Oh man, so such fond and unfond memories at the same time. This is like,
Dr.
oh
Harvey.
my god, man. I would say that my experience at Hampton was I don't regret it at all. And but also by the time that you were there, I was working at Hampton, so I was
Oh,
in the office of the
really?
registrar as you were coming into Hampton at the time. So
Hmm.
yeah, I was there for a long time. I was literally on Hampton's campus, not counting the like if we're not counting the volunteer hours that I had for the marching force. For those who don't know, of course, I marched in the marching force, but not counting the volunteer hours that I had for them, I was literally on campus from 2009 up until 2018 when I finally actually got another job.
Oh,
But
wow. So
yeah,
we were on campus at the same time.
yeah,
May have crossed paths.
probably there would have been because I literally I didn't stay put in that office. Like there were times where they would send me on different missions, and I literally was,
I
would leave the
worked I worked in judicial affairs, so I was
mm,
in the stew up top. I mean, I
okay.
was. So you said registration? That's Whipple Barn, right?
Yeah, I was in
I
Wilba
would
Bar.
say I hated going in there, but I would have to go in there every other.
Yeah, that old
The
building, man.
the run
So
around.
yeah. All I can say about Whipple Barn. But that being said, like again, there were times where I would go across campus. There was times I would be in the stew, especially when it came to registration. I was in there just helping with registration, and for those who were taking classes like outside of campus, that was me. I was handling all of that. So but yeah, that's a little bit about that. And then if you include my volunteer hours, I really was on campus literally until 2023.
Mhm.
So I've know a wide range of students, mainly because of band, but it's so crazy just hearing that, and I'm just like, damn, we definitely could have crossed paths at one point. But yeah, well, you know what? It is what it is now. Now we have that connection, so hey, got to make the most of it.
HU.
So, speaking of your nerddom, obviously you said that on campus that you were, doing things that weren't necessarily seen as cool, obviously until the pandemic hit, and then we all know about kind of how anime has become and cosplay has become a little more mainstream. So, I just wanted to ask, like, when did you start tapping into cosplaying and anime?
So I've always been into it since I was like a kid. Kind of like I would steal comic books from the library and like keep them at home, or like I just remember when I was a kid, I loved the way they drew their eyes. So I would just like
Hmm.
steal the books and just trace the eyes all the time. Like I was like, I love anime eyes. Like, and I was just, yeah, I just remember doing that. And like, so that was like middle school, high school. My first, whenever the DS came out, I'm not good with years and shit like that. But
Mm.
whenever the DS came out, I got the first one. And I want to say the first game my peoples bought me for was like Pokemon.
Okay.
And
Yep.
and then after, and you know, it comes out every Christmas, like every time around Christmas. So every year after that, I got every Pokemon game, like every single year. Because at first I was like, Pokemon's for boys. Like I remember my older cousins watching Pokemon. I'm like, Pokemon's for boys. Like where the girls stuff? Because I like to play dress up games, like Nintendo. I like to play like the girly anime dress up games and like Nintendogs and all that other stuff. I
Hmm.
started playing Pokemon. I fell in love. I was
Hey.
like, what? My first Pokemon, but my first starter was a Chimchar. So I was like, what? I love this. Da-da-da-da. So I was like, I want a Pokemon game every single year. And then from there, I kind of started watching it because, like I said, my older cousins um had the games. I mean,
Hmm.
had the movies and the games, so they would like, you know, VHS. They would bring it over. We would watch
Yeah.
it together. I had a Wii. So I mean, like I know I don't I just consider all I know it's not anime, but I consider like all nerd shit. So I was playing like Mario Kart and
Hmm.
like Paper Mario and like all that stuff with my older cousins and stuff like that. And then I want to say like in high school, I had a boyfriend and he was really into anime.
Mm.
And I was like, but he was like really into anime, but he liked Naruto. And I for some reason I just like to be different. I just always gotta be opposite. So I was like, he like Naruto. What's another like good anime that's like that? And like Dragon Ball Z came, and I was like, or Dragon Ball, because I love Dragon. I mean, I like Dragon Ball Z, but I love Dragon Ball. Like Dragon Ball
Hmm.
is my shit. So I started watching Dragon Ball. It was a wrap. It was. I want to say that was like 2015, 20, because my mom passed away in 2014.
Mm.
And like I want to say like K-pop and anime kind of helped me grieve because that's when I found it out about all that stuff, like
Okay.
K-pop. Like I knew about anime because of like Pokemon and stuff like that, but like the shows, like actually like watching it, because like you see it on 4Kids, you see it on Toonami, you
Yeah.
just like pass by, or me personally, I was just, watching it, but like to sit down and watch it, it was like after my mom passed away. I kind of was just like, wow, this is good. Like I want to go to Asia, I want to go to Japan, I want to go to Korea, I want to learn
Hmm.
Korean, I want to do all this stuff. So my first anime convention, I went to Awesome Con, and I want to say I went in like 2015, 2016.
Okay.
I dressed up as Goku, Kid Goku. I made my own power pole. I made my own Dragon Ball. I had the
Hey.
tail and everything. And I made my friends go. Anime conventions are not cheap.
They're not.
I would pay for me and my friends to go. Cause like they didn't like that shit. I didn't want to go by myself, so I had to drag my friends. Like, come on, let's
Okay.
go. Um, yeah, and then but then they started liking it because they saw me light up, and they saw other people light up too. Like people be like, "Oh my god, I love your cosplay. Oh my god, I love this and that." And I'm like, people wanted to take pictures of me off rip. And then as I got bigger and bigger, but I will say my first anime shoot I
Hmm.
had in like 2019, and that
Oh, okay.
was I was, guy side. My neighbor in college, he was a photographer, so he invited me over and was like, "Let's take some pictures." So I did that, and then I want to say, like in 2020, during the pandemic, is kind of when I started like my cosplaying career, I guess, like because it
Hmm.
was like nothing else to do in the house. I already liked anime. I was already dressing up in 2019.
All right.
And then I saw other people just dressing up for fun for a living. I was like, let me do it too. And then I had a boyfriend at the time again, and he was so supportive. Like he was like he really helped me like create. Like YunGokuu was already her because like I have a necklace that says YunGokuu, and I asked that for Christmas in 2015.
Hmm.
um but YG, I would say, like he really helped create that with me. And like we bought all these Funko Pops, we bought all these like decorations together. He was helping me make my videos. Like I literally have a video of me running in my apartment in college. I lived on Eaton Place. I have a video of me in my
Oh
Elizabeth
wow.
cosplay running like around the fucking apartment complex. Like literally, yeah, sorry. I know that was a little bit long, but that's kind of like
No,
my
that's
whole
yeah.
shebang on how I got into anime. And I've always like, like Hello Kitty and like stuff like that. But I kind of hid that when I was a kid. Um, because people did call me weird. Like I
Mm-hmm.
listened to epic rap battles of history, and I watched like Smosh and freaking Tobuscus and Minecraft and Happy Wheels and PewDiePie. Like I did all that like in the discreet, like in the comfort of my home. Like I didn't let none of my friends knew that I did that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so like I always kind of felt like I lived a Hannah Montana, a double life, a nerd at home, but cool like in
Outside of
person with
that.
my friends. So 2019, 2020 is kind of where I was just like, fuck that shit. Like, I mean, even my first years in college, like I was wearing my Goku shirt all the time. I'm like, who knows about Goku? Like, I wanted to hear people, I wanted people to come up to me and be like, oh, I love your Goku shirt. Like, and a few did. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to hear that. I actually took one of my college friends to their first anime convention. Like, because it was they have NecoCon in
In Hampton, yeah,
Hampton.
yeah.
So I took I was like, let's go, fuck it, like I do this all the time at home. So yeah, sorry.
It's crazy. I always wanted to do NecoCon when I was there, and I just never got the opportunity. But either way,
It was
um,
small, but it was cool.
yeah, from what people told me, and I was just like, damn, you know what? Well, maybe one day I'll get to experience it. And then DreamCon happened, and I kind of experienced that. I was just like, okay. But either way, no, that's very great to hear. I'm glad that you were able to explore that nerdum side of you that's always been there. And then just one year you just said, hey, you know what? Nah, this is me. And I'm glad that you were also able to help build your persona, so to speak. Speaking of which, did those anime shoots and those personas like help with your content creating, like, and then how were you able to build that up?
So I've always loved to be online.
Hmm.
Like I said, growing up, I'm kind of used to backlash and shit like that. That's why like none of that stuff bothers me now. But I've always liked to show off since I can remember. Like I'm so irritated that like a lot of my social medias have gotten deleted because I can't even go back to show off how I used to show off.
Damn.
But like I just remember like one of my friends when I was growing up, we're not that cool anymore because she made this comment, but she was like, ever since your mom died, you just like to attention seek. And I was just like, bitch, what? Like, or no, she said, you've changed. She said, you ever since your mom died, you've changed and you like to be an attention seeker. And I'm like, first of all, bitch, anybody would change, but I've always like seeked attention. Like I've always been a thirst. I used to call myself a walking thirst trap. Like I knew I looked good. I knew I wanted to show off how I look good. So like all that stuff kind of like was in me, but
Hmm.
certain comments did bother me back then. So like after she said that, I'm like, oh, maybe I do show off too much, or maybe people are looking at me weird. They're looking at me like a show off or obnoxious. Like somebody called me obnoxious once. That hurt the fuck out of my feelings. I had to go and look it up. I'm like, what does obnoxious mean? I was like, me? Obnoxious? Like I was like, oh, and I stopped talking for like 2 weeks after somebody
Wow.
told me that. So like I think that's why I use my platform to encourage people so much to be themselves because I've been through that. Like growing up, I really had to like I changed myself a lot for other people's or certain situations, and
Hmm.
it made me feel weird on the inside. But I learned, I guess, on like the outside looking in, like after being obnoxious, I didn't talk for 2 weeks, right? So those 2 weeks of me not talking, I realized I didn't like not talking.
Right.
I know when to talk and when not to talk.
Hmm.
And, I know certain people can't handle my energy, so I just have to be very selective. So I think that kind of all helped, like growing up, going through those certain situations helped create and like become me. Also, because it was a while to separate the difference like between young Goku and like my real self.
Hmm.
So like and I think they're the same in a sense. Like, I mean, I can only be me, but I
Right.
do feel like YG is so much more confident than Adira. Um, like YG don't give a fuck about nothing. Like a dang thing. Like yeah. She'll go up to you and YG reminds me of like the real me in college, like
Hmm.
my freshman year of college. Like I went up to, I did not care who you were. Hello, what's up? Are you gonna help me and my friend get out the car? You rude as shit, or you not a gym. Like, I'm like, that's YG. Like, YG is just in your face. What's up? But she's also encouraging you to be like confident and stuff like that. And then Adira, she's just this smart, bubbly girl that's like in her own world, super ditzy, super bratty, super funny,
Mm-hmm.
pink everything, but just like, you know, just a sweetheart, but it has a little mean side too. But I do, I do think, I think just experiences, going through experiences really helped to create who I am, and I'm grateful for every experience I had. I had to tell somebody today because somebody was like, "Oh, I'm not doing that for you because I'm gonna waste my time." I said, I hate when people use that waste time because every experience is not a time wasted. If you've
Exactly.
learned something, whether and if, like if you felt like you waste your time, you still learn something, but that's not
Mm-hmm.
you did not waste your time. You learned something now, move better the next time. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I'm glad to hear that those experiences help mold who you are. I think everybody has like, that two sides to them, even though they don't want to admit it. I
Hmm.
always felt that, everybody's got a little bit of a more confident side versus who they, portray to be. I think that if people can embrace those two sides of themselves, then they will be more of themselves. And then you start to not see the differences and whatnot. It's just really who that person is. But that being said, you kind of answered a couple of questions here that because I was gonna ask more about that side of you. But as far as content creating, now I know that you said that you had been doing stuff before, and of course you ended up losing your profiles. Uh, Now, with your content creation that you're doing now, like especially like on Instagram and the videos that I've been seeing, I just wanted to ask, like, were you always interested in making provocative content or not safe for work content? Like, and what made you
Yes.
dive into that section?
Yes and no. So like I said, I always like to show off my body. I've always been like a walking thirst trap. I've always liked to show that off. So I always tell this story. It's so funny. Like when I graduated high school, I was approached because I had Snapchat. That's what I'm really mad I'm missing right now, my Snapchat. Like that's where I had
Mm.
everything. Um I was approached by this company and it was called Exotic Baddies, and they were just like, "Oh, we love your pictures on your page. Do
Oh.
you want to join this cohort of women and you'll have access to this page and all you got to do is post yourself and guys will message you and if more guys request you then you'll be posted more and then you can have conversations with these guys and see where it goes next." And I was just like, what? Like that, because that was so new. Like I'm just graduating high school. I've never heard of me recording myself and a guy wanting to talk to me and pay me for that.
Hmm.
So that's kind of really how it started. Um and the other girls, they were so nice. They were so pretty. They were so nice. They were so helpful. They're like, "Yeah, girl, just talk to them like this and post something like this and do this." And they were giving me like all these tips. And like at first, it really started off as like, I wouldn't say innocent, but I went into it very naive. I'm like, all I gotta do is just post my pictures that I post already, and guys will pay me for it. Cool. Of course, it like went into something else. It got
Hmm.
into like more like explicit things and like more stuff like that. But um, I I tell people I'm sexually awkward because I am. I have ADHD, and I've been learning so much about my ADHD. I realized a lot of people with ADHD have these like awkward sexual things and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So because I always wondered why. I'm like, I'm so, I guess you would say provocative, but I don't like talking about sex. I don't like having sex. I don't like doing sex. Like I thought that was so weird about me. Because like that's all the guys would want to talk about. And I'm like, I don't know how to respond. Like I'm gonna say something so mean. I'm gonna be like, oh my dick's hard. I'm like, that shit's little as fuck. And like some people like that. But like at the time, like the guys didn't want to hear that. So I was very conflicted. But from there it kind of like evolved from me working with that group to doing my own thing.
Hmm.
And I I had a friend in college and he helped me out like my whole time in college, and I was so thankful for, even though we had our ups and downs, so many ups and downs. I'm so thankful that he was there with me to help me out with that, because I probably would have gotten into a lot of fucked up situations if it wasn't like for his help and guidance and
Mhm.
just support, because I was very naive, very very very, so I could have got snatched up real quick easily back then. But I knew I always wanted to show my body off, but in a funny way. Like I think that's what I do. Like I'm not just overly sexual. I'm not like porn star status for real. I mean, I
Right.
could be, but I'm not. In my eyes, I'm not. So I just feel like, I just always wanted to be. I just wanted to show myself, but show off my goods too. Like I know I got nice assets, but I'm also very funny. So I'm gonna show both. I'm gonna show off my assets in a funny, goofy way, and that's just kind of all. Because I just never wanted it to just be like, oh, YG is just like, and there's nothing wrong with that, because I've had those moments where I was just that, but I never wanted to be. I don't like being in a box. I wanted to be like
Mhm.
all around. Even though people already put me in a box, I don't put myself in a box. But yeah,
Hey, just so that we're on the same page, I just want to know. I do appreciate the fan service that you provide, because the gags be just having me all over the place. Like, yeah, here she go, but it's all in good fun for real. And I'm just like, hey,
yeah,
look,
like that's my favorite kind of anime. I love fan service anime. Like I
mhm.
love it. I love when they fall and her whole skirt flew out. Like I love that shadow. No, I love. So I just was like, let me try to be like that too. Like.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, in my opinion. I know some people will complain about fan service, and I ain't one of those people. I'm just like, hey, look, I'll
It's
just
the
watch you
people
enjoy.
that are like, oh, these girls are whoring up the anime community. And I'm like, have you not watched an anime? Like, are we not watching the same thing on TV? Like,
Yeah.
Japan literally sexualizes women so much. Not even just in anime. They sell panties in the fucking vending machine. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
you want to say I'm whoring up the place? Learn, like, just shut up. Like, just be quiet.
And anytime someone says that, I'm just like, yo, y'all have not gone to Japan or have not seen what they do with Japan. Granted, Japan is considered conservative, but it's just like the differences between us conservative and
They're
Japan
conservative.
conservative are
Yeah.
wildly different. So
Hmm.
I
Exactly.
just be like, man, y'all got to get out more when people do when they say
And I'm
stuff
just like,
like
just
that.
because you want to watch people fighting all the time and, shonen or isekais and all that crap, that's fine, do that. But let's not act like let's just not act like what do you think their noses is always bleeding for? Like, let's be fucking
Exactly.
for real. Like, come on. We see the animes, there's so many animes that are just straight fan service. I mean, they
Hmm.
created hentai. Like, come on, let's just like, yeah.
That hentai, that's a whole different conversation.
I know.
Man. Ooh, I got some stories, but I'm going to reserve that for
Refrain.
another episode, because yeah, that's now when doing your content, I just wanted to ask, like, do you still have like any anxieties or fears for the stuff that you post?
Yes. Um, I like send my videos to my friends before I post them. Sometimes I'm like, is this good? Like, do
Hmm.
you think they're gonna like this? Just because for like starters, like I said, my pages have been deleted. I have been banned. I have been restricted. So I do want to make sure like it's not too much, but it's enough, and it's not like, I just want to make sure it's like appropriate for my like the social that it's on. Like Twitter, you can post anything on Twitter. Like Twitter
Right.
don't give a fuck about what you post. But like Snapchat, well, I guess because I don't know why they deleted my Snapchat. I just woke up one day and it was deleted. But like Snapchat and Instagram and TikTok and stuff, they all have these rules. So I try to make sure it's not too much, because I am on the risky side. I do risk it all the time. And
Hmm.
being a black woman, I just risk it even more. They let the white women get away with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So I do get nervous. And also like I'm kind of at a stuck point. I was told by my friend that this happens when you've made over a certain amount of followers, you kind of get stuck a little bit.
Hmm.
And I'm kind of at this stuck point because like I was at 80K last year, but something happened and I lost like 6,000 followers. I don't know if they were bots. I don't know if like I lost, fans. I don't know if like people deleted their pages. I don't know, but I've kind of been stuck at this 70, well, not even like this 75K ish area. And
Hmm.
it's, I mean, like, I don't want my followers to ever define who I am or like prove my worth or anything like that. But it's like, okay, I'm working on to get more traction and get more noticed by people. So it's kind of frustrating when I don't see it, and I get anxious about that because I'm like, oh my god, am I going to lose them or am I going to win them? Because at one point, I like in October, I want to say like in November or October, I was like almost back at 70.
Ooh.
And I was like, hold on, I gotta do something. Like, I was like, I gotta figure out something. So like I started like doing like little ads and stuff. And it actually like got like gave me like my followers back, but just to get right back to 75. So I'm
Right.
like, I'm just kind of trying to study like the algorithm stuff more and like trending and all that other stuff to kind of help me with my post. But I get anxious about that. I'm like, is this gonna be good? Are they gonna like it? Are they gonna take it the right way? Are they gonna take it the wrong way? Are they gonna ban it? I have a very supportive community. I'm so grateful for the people that I've met over the years in the anime
Mhm.
community and like just um and stuff like that. So I feel like I've noticed like it don't matter what I post, they're gonna support me anyway, or they're gonna like choose what they're gonna want to support anyway. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So I'm very grateful for that. But I do still have my little nervous moments, like, ooh, I hope this is okay, or I hope they don't hate it. That's I hope I
I
look cute, like stuff like that.
I hear that. I hear that. And look, if you can continue to figure out that IG algorithm, please, let me know the secrets
There,
behind
right? Because it's like
it.
it's changing all the time. Like I
Yeah.
had to change my restrictions on my page. Like I had to age restrict. I had to do a whole bunch of shit.
Hmm.
Like,
Man, it's for me, it's extremely difficult because it's just like, dang, I post and post and post, and this is like, dang, I ain't getting nowhere. I'm gonna keep doing it until I can figure it out. But
yeah.
and I realized that even with TikTok's changes and whatnot, I'm still able to figure out that algorithm easier, and YouTube's algorithm even easier than that. So I'm just like, okay, I got to
Something's
do something.
but it's Instagram. I don't know what, because I don't think Instagram was made to be like this. Like Instagram was literally just for photos and stuff.
Exactly.
And now that we got the stories and this and that, it's like it just I had Instagram when it first
Yeah, when it first
downloaded.
started.
So I
Mhm.
like just seeing it progress, it's like crazy. But then it's also like, what are y'all doing?
Right.
Like and then also there's no humans no more.
Yeah,
Everything
that
is
part.
ran by AI or a bot. So you're
Uh,
not even talking to like a person when you need help. Like that's how I got banned on TikTok. They thought I was a bot. A bot thought I was a bot. Okay. And I didn't have a TikTok for a month. Like I was like, but like how am I supposed to prove myself to a bot? Like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? So yeah, it's hard. We're gonna
It
figure it
is.
out though. We got each other.
Nah, for sure, for sure. I don't listen. They low key limited my IG account because
Mhm.
they thought that I was a bot. But in one part, my Instagram, the Chaotic Culture Podcast Instagram account got hacked. So yeah, I kind of had to make some changes and whatnot and make some restrictions. But then they were like, "Hey, we've limited your ads because we think you're a bot." I'm like, "Okay, so how am I going to prove myself?" And then they finally sent me a message saying, "Hey, take a selfie of yourself and move your head left to right and up and down and whatnot to prove that you're not a bot." I'm like,
Mm.
"Oh, okay. Well, so I
But
did
there's
that."
so many like AI pages on here now, and it's so
Yeah.
scary. Like I just posted one today, and I'm like, they're getting good. They're getting good.
Yes.
Ugh. And people
Um,
are like, "Oh, you're so beautiful. You look so good." I'm like, "That's not a real person."
nah, for sure, for sure. We'll figure it out, and as we say, we'll work together to make sure that we can continue to be on top. I am only hoping to get to where you are as far as your followers. Because listen, I know you said 80K, 75K. I'm sitting there like, man, I ain't even at 2K yet.
I mean, if we're being honest, it took 6 years, I guess,
Yeah,
give
that's
or
fair.
take. So, because I started the page in 2020, I did.
Hmm.
So, I mean, and this is how far I've came. I'm very grateful, but it took some time,
Right.
and it took some. I'm not gonna say bribes or nothing, but like you gotta. I'm not saying that you aren't. You are like a real personable person, but I also think like because I think a lot of people forget just because I post my boobs or whatever, I post provocatively, I'm still a person.
At the end
So
of the day.
like, and I feel like my personality is what gets people to really stay. Cause not to toot my horn, but I feel like I'm a real personable person. Like I'm real genuine.
Hmm.
Um, Like I'm real intentional. I talk to everybody that comes to talk to me. I'm not fake or bougie or nothing like that. So
For sure.
um yeah.
Hey, look, that's all you can be. Just be yourself and be real. You know, don't be out here being as you said, act like a bot, and please don't have parasocial relationships with some of these celebrities because some of them fan pages, I just be like, yuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yuck.
Exactly. Uh, so when it comes to your content, I just want to know what is your current goal, or do you have like an ultimate goal?
Um I do want to get better like materials so my content can be smoother and like
Mm.
more professional like I want the green screen, I want the cameras, I want the lights. And that's why I'm like I just need to kind of take my medicine again because I need to be focused about it because I could say I want it but I'm trying to tell you, like, I doom scroll like a motherfucker.
Oof.
I get distracted so easily. So it's like, I definitely, like I said, I don't want no distractions. I need discipline this year. I want to upgrade, my recording space, how I record, even collabing with more people, having better ideas.
Mhm.
I yeah, that's just what I want to do. Like, I want to cosplay more this year, or like do the cosplays that I have that I haven't done. I have so many cosplays in my closet that I just have not done.
Mhm.
That I just need to like put on. I have a lot of cosplay shoots that I've already taken pictures of that I haven't even posted yet.
Ooh,
Like, I
okay.
just want to be more consistent and like effective with the content I'm putting out there, getting it out, like the content that I'm making it, getting it back out at a certain amount of time, perfecting it, making it more clear, making it more crisp, making it sound better, look smoother, all that. That's something I definitely do want to work on this year for sure.
For sure. You have any cosplays lined up for BlurCon and AwesomeCon?
So supposedly, well, not supposedly, but yeah, kind of supposedly. So I saw that Carl Jones is going to be at BlurCon this year.
Yes.
I a few years ago, he kind of saw me from my Thugnificent cosplay. I think that's what really popped me off. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm not even gonna lie to any of you guys. That's what really kickstarted me. They saw that Thugnificent shit. They was like follow, 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 follow. Um, so like a few years ago, he saw my Thugnificent. I actually won an Adult Swim award for my
Ooh,
Thugnificent cosplay. Um, so I was like, yeah, I wanna do Thugnificent for BlurCon.
okay.
I'm gonna bring him back. I did do him a few years ago at BlurCon. I forgot what the theme was. The theme was like throwback or something because I did Shanae from not
Martin.
Shanae, Bon Qui, excuse me.
Oh, quickly.
I
Okay.
did Bon Qui from what is that, Mad TV or whatever.
Mhm.
And I did Thugnificent, but I did when he was dressed up in Gangstalicious's clothes, like the little bra and the
Oh,
skirt and
yeah.
stuff like and the pearls. I
Uh-huh.
did nobody knew who I was, but it's okay. I did that version of Thugnificent. So I said, I'm gonna do Thugnificent. My friends have reached out to me to do Powerpuff Girls, but a BAPS version
Okay.
of Powerpuff Girls. They want me to be Blossom, but I want to be Bubbles. So let's convince them to let me be Bubbles. Um, and then me and my friend Nakia Renee, she's another cosplay creator or content creator too, all that. We're gonna be Panty and Stocking from Panty and Stocking. So
Ooh, okay.
and so that's for BlurCon. Then for AwesomeCon, me and my friends we want to dress up as characters from Dr. Seuss.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it was their idea. I was like, fuck it, I'm for it. I loved little, even though he's a shitty man, I loved me some Dr. Seuss books back in the day. So I've decided that I'm either going to be a Yop. I don't even know what a Yop is from, but it was really cute. It's like some furry. But one of my favorite books is Walk It. There's a Walk It in my pocket.
Uh-huh.
And I want to be the Walk It in the pocket from the book. So
Oh,
I
okay.
was like, yeah. So one of those two from Awesome Con. I don't know what else for the other days. I normally go like 1 or 2 days because I work on Fridays. Um, so and I can't be taken off every Friday.
That's
Um,
fair.
so yeah, I'll probably go one day and we'll be the Dr. Seuss characters. But yeah, that's my lineup so far. But I'm going to some more cons this year. I'm excited. Some cons that I've never been to before. I got some cool little shit going on for that too. But that's because I'm not doing Katsu, so that's what's coming up.
Okay. Fair. I had just to let you know, a yop is from, I think it first appeared in One
Horton
Fish, Two
Hears a
Fish.
Who, right?
Well, it did appear in Horton Hears a Who, but I think it first appeared in One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish.
A yacht. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, that's when I had to think about it. I was like, was it Horton or was it that book? And I think it was that book first, but the yop also did appear in Horton Hears a Who.
I just know they put a list of things, and I was like, and like they were like, well, they said they already chose stuff for us.
Mm-hmm.
The stuff they had chose for me, I didn't like it. They wanted me to either be a Lorax or Cindy Lou Who, and I was like, no.
The Lorax eyes, that
And
nah.
I do love. No, that's one of my favorite movies. I love the Lorax, but I like to be different, right? Everybody done
Yeah,
did the Lorax last year.
exactly.
I was like, I don't want to do the Lorax. I want to do something else. So, yeah.
I think you would have made a great Cindy Lou Who if you decided to go that route.
I know, I agree, but like, I don't always like to be, make them guess your next move.
Yeah.
I felt like that was too predictable.
No, it is. I mean, and Cindy Lou is really a staple character at this point in like the Dr. Seuss lore. So you choosing something different with that'll be great.
And I kind of want to get back to that because that's kind of how I started my cosplay. Like I always wanted to do characters that people didn't do.
Exactly.
So I'm trying to get back to that this year too, like going back to like low key characters, underrated characters, all that bullshit. So yeah.
Word. Now, as far as anime, I did want to ask, like, because as you said, Dragon, you got into Dragon Ball Z. Was that like the very first anime you just like dive deep into as far as Dragon Ball, or was it another anime that caught your interest first?
Yeah, Dragon Ball was the first anime like I dove into. Like I remember vividly, I started Dragon Ball in like my senior year of college. I finished it in I started my senior year of high school. I finished it in college. That was my whole personality for a while. And then after that, I don't even know if I started anything else after that. I think I was really just like, because I did not like Naruto. I knew I didn't like Naruto. I was like, I don't like Naruto. He reminds me too much of Goku. He's not Goku. And I know it's different. I know.
Yes.
But I couldn't get past that it was like so similar in the beginning. I was like, I'm not giving this a chance. No.
Wow.
So
Not you being a brat towards Naruto.
I know, right? People look at me crazy all the time, but I'm used to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know what the next anime that I got into really deeply after that. I think I just started watching more and more after that, but Dragon Ball was what really stuck with me. I mean, out of my top 5, I guess I could say like Dragon Ball, of course, Rosario Vampire, like I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anybody says. Like I said, I love my fan service. This is more on the newer side, but 100 Girlfriends That Really, Really Love Me. I love that show. He has 100 girlfriends. How cute is that? I really was into Seven Deadly Sins. Like that was like I think that's another like I was heavily into Seven Deadly Sins so much. And Future Diary and shit like that. Huh?
I said I had some choice words for Seven Deadly Sins.
I mean, like it was good, and then they messed up the animation and the story towards the end. I mean, I feel that way about Tokyo Revengers too. They fucked that shit up, but it's okay. Like it's not okay, but it's okay. Like
Tokyo Revengers.
Listen, I know what I like. I like what I like, and I liked what I liked.
And listen, I'm not faulting you for liking it because listen, I was into Seven Deadly Sins, and then as you said, they messed up the animation, and then Netflix just like at that point, I'm just like, I have no hope for the series whatsoever at that point. So disappointing. Tokyo Revengers. That I've read the manga, so I have no desire to watch the anime at this point because I kind of know what happens, and I'm like, I don't.
I don't think they're gonna finish it.
I would like for them to finish it. At least just say you finished it. But yeah, that last arc had me just like, okay. But anyway, and no, you like what you like, so don't keep liking what you like, please. Don't
because people always that's a like y'all need to stop making the community, not saying you, but you know what I'm saying, like people need to stop making the community not safe because who cares if I don't like the best fucking anime ever in the world according to you? I don't give a fuck. I like what I like. It's still anime. It's still interesting to me. It makes my dopamine happy. Like, leave me alone.
No, that's one thing that I always champion. I say, hey, look, there's stuff that I like and I know it's bad. Example, Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail
Oh
is
my
a
god, I hate
terrible
fairy
anime,
tale.
but I love it. I just love because I love it's like, hey, it's I can turn my brain off and watch it and just be like, ooh, what's next? Ooh, what's next? Like and get into the fights and whatnot. And like I like my meathead shit. That's what I
I
call it. I
feel
like
you. No,
meathead
I feel
anime.
you. And like some people don't like Gintama. You know, it's just I feel it. I
So
get
yeah,
it.
it's like if I want to watch a specific anime because of lore or because of world building or backstory or because of things that actually make a great story, yeah, I'm gonna watch it and I'm gonna say it's great. And then there's stuff that I like just want to watch that I know is not particularly great, but
Hmm.
the animation might be great for it. So I'm gonna just watch it just because. Now
I
there
will.
are some genuinely bad anime that I just can't stomach, but I'm
Yeah.
not gonna discourage you from
You
watching
if
it.
you
I'm gonna just
can
say
stomach it, right? Yeah.
yeah, Imma just be like, "Hey, watch it and let me know how you feel about it." And if you
Hmm.
like it, okay. If you don't, then you we share a wavelength with that. But yeah, it's just let people like enjoy what they enjoy and like what they like. I think that's really important.
Important. Yeah.
Exactly,
And I
exactly.
also think I had like a slow connection with anime too, because not a slow connection, but like I was a gamer first.
Hmm.
I was always into games first. So when I wasn't watching anime, I was playing games or I was watching somebody play games. I love, like I said, I love Markiplier, PewDiePie, like
Hmm.
growing up, shit like that. I was watching that all the time. So
Speaking
yeah.
of games, outside of Pokemon and outside of Mario, what are some of your favorite games that you're playing right now?
What am I'm not even really playing? Oh, I'm playing Sims right now.
Oh, I ain't nothing wrong
Sims,
with that.
Sims 4. They have some new expansion packs. I've been, fucking that shit up.
Hmm.
Um, I haven't really been playing anything recently. I like my mind has just been, excuse me, all over the place a little bit. Like I think I am playing Bendy and the Ink Machine too.
Okay.
I do enjoy that. Like I love me a good horror game. Um, I'm replaying Danganronpa again because I really like Danganronpa. It's so fun.
Oh man. Okay.
V3 is my favorite. I don't care, but I like V3. um, what else am I playing? Like I don't really like Marvel and like Rivals and stuff like that, Fortnite and stuff like that. Like I don't really
Oof.
play like games like that. I was
Mhm.
playing Spit Fiction. That was fun.
Okay.
It Takes Two. I played that. Super fun. Oh, I still am playing Jedi Survivor.
Okay.
I love because I played Jedi Fallen Order. I
Mhm.
love Cal. I have a BD1 in the back. I don't know if you can see it, but I love Star Wars BD1. That shit is cool.
I do see
Um
the Star Wars war back there. Let's get it.
yeah. I'm just trying to think what I like literally my PlayStation is at the studio right
Mhm.
now. Because we were using it to do team streams. So I haven't really been playing anything necessarily consistently. I am kind of waiting for some more like fun games to come out that like are gonna catch my eye and that I wanna like really tap into. But
Okay.
yeah, I play a Hello Kitty Island Adventure every day.
Hey.
So
That's what's up. That's what's up. Uh, just to let the audience know, of course, because I have a game that it currently has me in a chokehold right now, and that's
Ooh,
Digimon Story Time Stranger. I still cannot put that thing down for the life of
really?
me. Yes. Listen, for those who know, I love Pokemon, but I was like a Digimon head first. And it was kind of like they both got introduced to me at the same time. So I was following Pokemon, but then I would be really involved with Digimon, but Digimon never really had any like great games. As
Mm-hmm.
opposed to Pokemon, like you go back to the days of Game Boy, like literally red, blue, yellow, and then I had silver, and then I had crystal, and then ruby red, not ruby red, but at the time it was a ruby and sapphire.
Swoopy and
Uh,
Sapphire. Mhm.
yeah, and then I didn't have a Pokemon game for the longest time, but I would always keep track. But Digimon was my shit, and I was
Mm.
just like, man, I just need them to have one great game. I didn't play Cyber Sleuth but I heard that was good. But then
Mm-hmm.
someone told me they were like, "Yo, get Digimon Story Time Stranger. It is great. It is phenomenal. I've played it and I haven't been able to put it down." So, and I'm like, I'm almost like
And
at
I'm not
the.
even really into Digimon, but you're getting me into it a little
Oh
bit.
yeah, listen. If you have the opportunity, it's an RPG.
I like
So
RPGs.
and it's what we call, it's not like a free play RPG. It's turnstile, but it's still fun because like it's similar to a monster capture game, and it's like you get certain Digimon, and then you don't have to follow like a linear path. Like with Pokemon, you get this one Pokemon, it evolves into this, and then it evolves into that, and that's it. With Digimon, you have like 3 or 4 different branches that you can choose from based on how you want to battle, and it makes
Oh.
it so much fun, and it makes it very, very, very intriguing. Like at this point, I'm at the end game, but I've just been kind of dragging my feet. Like I really don't want to end this
Because you didn't want to
main
end it,
story,
yeah.
but I got to. So I'll eventually get to that point. I have Expedition 33. I do want to. I play like the first part of it, and it's really good, but Digimon, I'm like, let me finish that and then let me get to Expedition 33 before I do anything else, because I have a bad habit of just buying games and then never touching them.
Yes. Oh
So
my God. I have so many games. I'm like, oh my God. Like, or I just don't finish them.
exactly. And I'm like, man, I'm still I was playing Sonic Racing Crossroads for the longest before Digimon just decided to get me in a chokehold. And I'm like, all
Or I used
right.
to play like Sonic and Spyro and shit like that growing up. I have not like gotten back into shit like that. I will always love Mario though. Like Paper Mario, that's my favorite
Oh yeah.
franchise from Mario. Like I think that's the best type of Mario game ever. Even they love to say Galaxy. I don't know.
Mm. Well, I know for me, I'm gonna save up for a Switch 2 if I don't, win it somewhere. But
Right? I'm saving up for I want to switch too as well. Yeah.
so yeah, I'm gonna definitely dive back into that because I definitely want to play some more Mario games, and I definitely want to play the new Donkey Kong, which I have not been able to
Oh
touch.
yeah, Bonanza. It's pretty cool. Mhm.
Okay, great. That's good to hear. Speaking of the studio, I just wanted to know, how did you first connect with Plus Ultra Entertainment?
My family. I love them. Um Honestly, I think like when I was in college, Geo was like inviting me to stuff,
Uh-huh.
like little stuff that they would be having, but I couldn't go at the time because I was in college. So
Right.
like he would send me stuff and I'd be like, oh, it sounds so cool, but I can't make it. I'm so sorry. Blase, blase, blah. And so when I moved back home, and that was like 2022, I moved back home. 2021, 2022, I moved back home.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided when I moved back home, I was going to make my first big girl trip in my eyes to, and by myself, because I had never went on a trip by myself for real, to New York for Anime NYC.
Okay.
And so, I got my bus ticket, I got my hotel, I did all the things that I needed to do. I knew a few people that lived in New York already, so whatever. But regardless, they invited me as a special guest
Mm.
to their party. And I was not expecting that. I was very like, I felt so honored because that was like my first time special guesting. That was my first time special guesting.
Right.
And I was just like, me? And I don't even know how many followers I had at the fucking time. I don't even know if it mattered because we give opportunities to anybody black and flourishing,
Mm-hmm.
or what we see is flourishing. But we love giving people of color opportunities. That's our first priority. We don't discriminate, of course, but our first, choice is to pick people of color.
Of course.
So when they picked me, I was just like, and so I met everybody that night. They played go-go for me that night because they knew I was from DC. They played go-go
Hey.
and I was like, ah. And then from there, it just stuck.
Okay.
When I found out they were in DC, I started going to more events there. I started meeting up with them more. They kept kind of inviting me as special guest. Um, and the friendship it just bloomed from there. I really needed them, I would say,
Mm-hmm.
because I needed a community when I came home, because I was like, okay, I know I have two sides of me. Like I can be in the streets, but I could also just want to be a nerd. I don't
Right.
want to be in the like I didn't want to be like at the club and drinking and smoke. I did not want to do that. So I'm very grateful that they found me and that they accepted me to be a part of them, because like that's really community to me. That's really family to me. I've
Mm-hmm.
grown so much with them. I've seen them grow so much. We've grown so much together. I just feel like everybody needs that in their life, and I'm just so grateful. So grateful that I found that and that it worked out for me very every day.
Hey man, big shout out to Plus Ultra.
Yes, I love
Listen,
y'all.
I'm still part of the and friends part. So but I've been, trying to
It's okay.
attend as
I
many events.
literally just became. I want to say I just became part of the team like last year. Like they
Word,
have
word.
when they have, and I was shocked again. I was like, I'm a part of the team. Me? Like, well, I was not last year. Maybe like 2024, but still, I was like, me? Like,
Word,
because I
word.
was just and friends too. I was just and friends, and then yeah.
Nah, but I really like the vision that they have, and I appreciate the fact that they are offering these opportunities, of course, to young black creators or young black professionals. Like it's the first time Gio had asked me for something, I was just like, yes, okay, and I have been working on something for a while, and to see that he approved of it, I was just like, okay, I'm going in the right direction. So, big shout
Mhm.
out to Gio, big shout out to Coin.
Mhm.
Like I love all of y'all, man.
Love y'all.
Yes. Before we get into the rapid fire bit, um, I just wanted to ask, of course, what are some shows that doesn't have to be anime, but were there any shows, anime, or music that you have been listening or watching that you really wanted to talk about real quick?
Is there something I want to talk about? Because I listen to a lot of random shit.
Uh-huh.
Like a lot of random shit. Like I think yesterday on my ride somewhere I was listening to K-pop, but before that I was listening to like the whole album of Hairspray, and then before that I was
Ooh.
listening to like all the epic rap battles of history.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm trying to think because I'm not into Bridgerton and all that shit that's out right now. And that's okay. I like Abbott Elementary. If you like Abbott Elementary, woo! I'll be watching that every Wednesday. That's like
Yes.
my happy place. Like that's my thing. I have a little ritual every time it comes on.
Mm-hmm.
Um, no, I can't really think of anything because I'm a loser. Well, I'm not a real loser, but I don't be listening to like mainstream stuff or like watching mainstream stuff all the time. I really just like sit in here and watch Sims all day or listen to some like Disney music and
Uh-huh.
stuff like that.
Okay. Hey, look, ain't nothing wrong
I
with
I
that.
do have a show suggestion for people. I suggest everybody watch 100 Girlfriends That Really Really Love Me.
Mm-hmm.
They actually won a Guinness World Record recently for having the longest monologue in an anime,
Wow.
and it was him telling each of his girlfriends how much he loves them. Oh, it was cute.
Wow.
Yes, he was going on like they won a Guinness World Record. And a non-anime show that I like. Oh, well, okay, so I recommend everybody watch 100 Girlfriends That Really Really Love Me. I also recommend everybody watch Rosario Vampire. I don't care what you think, what you heard, what you saw when you was 12 years old, or watch it
Mm-hmm.
again now. And I non-anime I recommend you watch Abbott Elementary and The Righteous Gemstones. I love The Righteous Gemstones. That is also my happy place. I'm so sad that season ended last year. And video game wise, I say I just saw this new video game last night. I can't remember what it's called, but Evan Peters is in it and he's a badger. That shit
Hmm.
looked fun as fuck. I have to figure out what it was. Or he was a raccoon. He was something. But I really want to play that game, but I play Paper Mario. If you've never played a Paper Mario game, find a Paper Mario game and play it. Doesn't matter which one. I prefer A Thousand Year Door. And I prefer Super Paper Mario. You can only play Super Paper Mario on the Wii though, but it was really, really
Mhm.
good. Oh my god. And that's it.
Where? For me, I will say Wonder Man. If you are a Marvel fan, please watch Wonder Man. That is, oh my god, like Marvel. I don't know what they decided to do.
Disrespecting
I don't
my
know what change
time.
they decided to make, but Wonder Man is absolutely fucking phenomenal. Excuse my language. It is just, it was so incredible getting to learn about the character Simon Williams and just all that he went through. Up there we go. But yeah, it's so crazy. And then the actors have such great chemistry, like and it doesn't focus more on the superhero bit, it focuses more on just internal conflict, having anxiety, the loneliness and depression. It goes into all of that, and it's just such great character building. So if you have
I
not
think
watched,
is he black, right? My grandfather just told me
yeah,
about him. He just told me about him that he was like, you seen Wonder Man? You need to watch Wonder.
yes.
Okay, first of all, my grandfather watches everything. I did not
Oh,
know how much shit that he watched until he told me, "Yeah, I'm watching Paradise. I'm watching the one battle against the next. I'm watching Stranger Things. I'm watching Wonder Man." Like he watches everything, and I'm just like, nigga, I don't even watch all this shit. Damn, you know more than me.
Right. Listen, it's first off, shout out to your grandfather because he knows ball. He knows ball. But
Mm-hmm.
yes, Wonder Man. If you have not seen Wonder Man, like the series, definitely watch it. It is really really phenomenal. The main actor is Yaha Abdul Mateen II. He plays Simon Williams. And if you remember that, did you watch Black Mirror?
Yes.
Okay. So it was him and Anthony Mackie in that one episode where they were that's that
When they were fighting, but I thought he was
fighting.
fighting. Wait, that was the black. I thought they was black and white. No, the other guy was black.
No, they were both black, but one was playing when they were doing the fighting game.
Yeah,
one
and they
was the
started
male character.
fucking.
Yeah, exactly. So
the nigga that's not Anthony Mackie.
Exactly, that's him. Just
now that episode, everybody was like, "Hold on."
Right.
That episode was like, "Wait a minute." Love who you love, but what? That was just a shock.
He is a phenomenal actor, and he really
Awesome.
played this. Yeah, he played this character very very well. And yeah, I just recommend if you haven't, definitely watch it.
Okay, I'll take your recommendation.
All
you gotta
right.
take one of mine though, but I'll take yours.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know, any recommendations that you have for me, please let me know. I'm down for anything. And with that, I'm honestly for music, y'all already know I'm a hip hop head. I have tried listening to I didn't get a chance to listen to I Don't Know or IDK's new mixtape, but I'm diving deep into that. I did finish Ari Lennox's album.
Oh yeah, I did hear she came out. It was good. I like
Yes,
Ari,
it was
DC
good.
native.
Really good. And there's one song on there that was toxic as fuck though, and it's called 24 Seconds. And I'm just like, pretty much you have 24 seconds to respond to her whenever she sends a text or whenever.
She's an Aries, I think, and I feel that. I think she is. I feel that, Ari.
It's for me. It's just toxic as fuck because I'm like, yo, what if I'm in an emergency? What if
I don't give a fuck. Who told you to get into an emergency while I'm trying to talk to you?
That is crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to look it up. Her birthday's the day after mine. Yep, that's some Aries shit right there. I need to listen to that now because I feel that.
That is the one song that I thought was a little too toxic for me, but the album is still very, very well done.
Okay, good.
We are getting ready to, I guess, prepare for J. Cole whenever he decides to drop this album.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah,
we're getting ready to discuss that, and hopefully it's good. You know, I'm kind of keeping my expectations like right here because I don't want to have too high expectations for anything anymore. But if it exceeds that, I'm willing to talk about it, and then if it goes below my expectations, I'm also going to be talking about it. So we'll get there when we get there.
Understandable.
Yes. So I definitely got some rapid fire questions here for you. And, you know,
does that mean you have to answer them fast?
Yeah, just whatever comes to the top of your head.
Oh, shit. Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right.
K-pop or J-pop?
K-pop.
Okay. K-pop or Afrobeats?
Oh, fuck. Fuck. Me personally, shit. What is wait? Because I feel like it's a little they're different, right? Afrobeats and not soca and like all that other like I don't know.
Yeah, they're different. Just the preference.
I still say K-pop.
Oh, okay. And nothing wrong with that. All right. Chicken or steak?
Oh fuck. I'm a Libra rising. My indecisiveness is so bad. Chicken or steak? I mean, I eat chicken more than I eat steak, so chicken.
Okay. Chicken or seafood?
Chicken.
Okay.
I like seafood though with chicken.
Cool. All right. If you can delete one famous artist from history, who is it and why is it Nicki Minaj? I'm kidding. I'm actually not kidding, but because that's my answer. But if you could delete one person or delete one artist from history, who is it?
Tay Diggs. Does that count? I don't like Tay Diggs.
Wow.
He's so lame to me.
I mean, maybe you can still have Rent without Tay Diggs. So You could probably find somebody to replace his character.
You
He's probably the
can.
most
FJ
non-effective
Diggs.
character
He's
in
annoying.
Red.
And Cuba Gooding Jr. I don't like them two people.
Well, I used to love Cuba Gooding Jr. until I found out, about who he was, and it's just like, yeah.
I know I didn't like him. I don't even know what he did, but I know I don't like him.
Listen, I would say Boys in the Hood is one of my favorite movies, and he's been in some great movies. But yeah, when you find out who he is as a person, you're just kind of like, well, damn. Oh, okay, let's rapid fire Dragon Ball version. Favorite villain in Dragon Ball, original Dragon Ball.
Oh, my favorite villain in original Dragon Ball. I don't know why I like General Tao so much, even though he was like,
let's go.
Even though he was like not even there that long, his little outfit, I fuck with General Tao. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's my second favorite. My favorite was King Piccolo.
I was thinking like King Piccolo too. I really was. I was thinking him. I think mine's reverse.
Okay.
King Piccolo is probably my second.
For sure. Okay. Favorite villain in Dragon Ball Z / Dragon Ball Z Kai.
So.
Fair. That is fair. He's my second.
Who's your first?
Racist ass Frieza.
Yeah. Mine case.
Hey, listen, I used to hate Frieza. I
hate him. Honest. Yeah, I don't like Frieza.
Yeah, I don't like Frieza, but I watched Dragon Ball Kai, and God bless his soul, rest in peace to Chris Ayers. When he portrayed Frieza, it was like an entirely different person. Like, oh my God, I love it. I hate him, but I love him at the same time, just because he brought out. I didn't know that Frieza was like that as the actual character. Like, wait, this is how Frieza actually acts. He's so
a real free. Yeah. Change your perspective.
Yes, very much so. Very much so. No offense to Linda Young, she did an awesome job when she, as the first voice of the Funimation dub. But Chris Ayers and Damon Mills, they do such an excellent job with Frieza. They got my heart. Do you have a favorite villain in Dragon Ball Super?
I didn't really finish. Y'all gonna cut me up. I didn't finish Super, so
that's fine. If you didn't finish it,
do I have a favorite villain? Not really. Is Beerus considered a villain?
He's an antagonist at first,
right? So, that's what I thought. No, I don't really. No,
it's fine. Hey, look, not a lot of people watch Super, but I just had to ask. All right. Do you have a favorite character outside of Goku?
Never. Say nah. In Dragon Ball, I loved Master Corrin. That was my nigga. And Yajirobe. I don't know why I loved Yajirobe so much. Yamcha was really my favorite character in Dragon Ball, but they made him a bitch in Dragon Ball Z, so I had to stop fucking with Yamcha. But I used to fuck with Yamcha very heavily.
Let me just say that one of my favorite gags with Yamcha is it's in the manga because they can't really show this in the anime, but when Goku punched him so hard he broke the panel in the manga. That is one of my favorite gags. It's just like, dang, Akira. Okay, I see where your mind is.
Yeah,
at.
My nigga Goku. Yeah, my nigga Goku.
Okay. Goten or Trunks?
Trunks.
Okay. Solid.
Sorry, baby Goten, but your brother Gohan shits on you a little bit for me.
Fair enough. Yeah. Let's get into some techniques. Kamehameha or the Kaioken?
The Kamehameha is so iconic. Everybody knows the Kamehameha, so yeah, I'm going with that.
Okay. One point for Kamehameha. We'll do that. All right. Kamehameha or I'm gonna throw the Japanese name at you to see if you recognize it. Genki Dama. Spirit Bomb.
You know damn well I don't watch no goddamn sub. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. So Kamehameha or Spirit Bomb?
I had a feeling it was that. Yeah. I love the Spirit Bomb. Give me all your energy. I love that. That's so fire. Yeah. Okay. I'll take Spirit Bomb.
Cool. Spirit Bomb or Super Dragon Fist?
Spirit Bomb.
Okay. Fair. Gallic Gun or Big Bang Attack?
Ooh, Gallic Gun.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I don't know. I think that's just such an OG move. I don't know.
It is. I will say though that I just like the way that Vegeta presents the Big Bang Attack. He's like, feast your eyes on Super Vegeta's Big Bang Attack.
See, I don't like all that. He do too much. I like when he does minimum. I like the guy all that minimum as much. He yells too much. Vegeta get on my nerves for that yelling.
Now
No.
some of the stuff he'd be like,
He's-
it'd be kind of outrageous.
And I
Like,
get
all
why
right,
people
Vegeta.
like Vegeta. He reminds me of like, you know, his arrogance and all that. It reminds me of Escanor a bit too, and that's why
Oh,
I
God.
loved Escanor. Like Escanor is like one of my favorite characters on Seven Deadly Sins. But Vegeta is just, I think he reminds me of my uncle too much. Like my uncle's just always grumpy and just always talking shit, always like me. Like that shit blows me. So I think that's why I don't like Vegeta.
Okay.
I'm biased.
I feel that. I feel that. All right. Let's go the Tien route or Tien Shinhan route.
Tien and Chaozu. Okay.
Yes. You say you don't watch the subs, so let me give you the English name. Solar Flare or Tri-Beam.
Tri-Beam.
Okay. That's fair. Tri-Beam or Destructo Disc.
Destructo Disc.
Okay. 1 point for Krillin. Let's go. No, I don't want to do that. All right, let's ask this the question then. All right, your favorite Super Saiyan form?
Is it like biased if I say God because of the pink hair? Like I love
Hey, no,
the,
ain't nothing wrong with
the
Super
pink
Saiyan
hair.
God.
Yeah. And I like Ultra Instinct. I'm not gonna hold. Ultra Instinct was kind of fire to me. And the song that goes with it, you know, like I fuck with Ultra Instinct a lot. But the OG, I mean, seeing him go Super Saiyan 2, seeing him go Super Saiyan, you know, that was just emotional all around there. But I fucked with like the hair in Super Saiyan 2. I did not like, even though it looks cool and I would love to cosplay. What is it, Super Saiyan 4 with the when he's like a beast and shit?
Oh, when it's got the
Yeah,
fur.
with the fur and stuff like that. I love how that looks, and I would love to cosplay it, but like I don't like it at the same time. I think it looks real like beastly.
That's fair. If you were to cosplay it, are you doing the GT version or the Daima version? Now, listen, the GT version for me, that's OG, that's original. I would do that, but Daima is pinkish, so I'm like,
I know, that's what I'm like. That's a good question. I would literally have to just see what's the most easy for me to like execute, honestly. Because like I said, the OG love it, but it's beastly to me. The diamond one wasn't really like, and I love the pink, you know, pink everything. But yeah,
right. Okay. Last thing, because we talked about Super Saiyan transformations. So, which was a better moment, Goku becoming Super Saiyan or Gohan becoming Super Saiyan 2?
I'm gonna say Goku.
Okay.
Because I really enjoyed Gohan going into, what was that, beast mode or whatever. What were they calling that?
Oh, yo, you talking about Beast Gohan?
Yeah, like with the silver hair. I loved that transformation. That was, whew. I was in the movies like, Gohan is back. Like, let's go. So I'm gonna say Goku, his first, because it was just so emotional. And that's my baby. Like I love Goku. Like,
listen, I agree with you, because ain't nothing would piss me off more than to see you shoot down one friend, blow up another friend, and then threaten my kid next. Oh nah, we gotta throw hands for real.
Yeah, and it was just like, yeah, don't mess. And it just shows like, you know, don't mess with people.
Exactly.
Don't mess with them kids.
I was about to say, Goku ain't never been that angry before, except maybe when he fought Tambourine. But just like to see him that angry again was like, oh shit, he's pissed.
He's pissed, and I love that.
Right. So
Goku's an Aries too. So get us mad, man.
Shout out to y'all Aries, man. I have a love-hate relationship with y'all. I am a Taurus, so.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Not like I can see you as a Taurus, but I can see how you have a love-hate relationship with us, because I do too. I have a love-hate relationship with Taurus men specifically, but yeah.
And it's crazy. I've gotten because they consider me. Some people have called me a double Taurus because I'm a Taurus sun and a Taurus rising. So they're just like, "Oh, you're a Taurus." I'm like, I guess.
Yeah. Taurus all the way through. I'm all over the place.
Pisces moon.
Oh, I'm a Pisces moon too.
Hey,
We're
shout
so
out to you.
sensitive.
Yes, yes. Very much
Empathetic
wear
as
my
fuck.
feelings on my sleeve, even when I don't intend to. But
Ooh, I'm like conflicted because I'm like, I'm an Aries, I'm hot headed, I'm mean as fuck. But then my Pisces moon, I want to cry and I want to like be
yeah,
sensitive. I want to care and not care at the same time.
exactly. All right. Well, honestly, that concludes the interview and the episode here. So for one, thank you, YG, for joining us here on the Chaotic Culture Podcast. Before we get up out of here, do you have any people or teams, black, preferably black owned, that you wanted to shout out, or any black business professionals that you want to
Yeah,
shout
of
out?
course. I want to shout out Plus Ultra Entertainment. Of
Yep.
course. I love y'all so much. Thank you. Check out our events, check out where we're gonna be next. We throw fun, nerdy stuff all around the city and places that we go to, and we have a studio at the National Harbor. So come by and visit us. I want to shout out myself.
Of
Like,
course.
thank you. Like, I'm black and beautiful. And just shout out to all the black and brown creators. It's Black History Month. I hope that you are celebrated properly. I've been telling people send their beliefs to me. If somebody's bothering you, just let me know so I can bother them right on back for you.
Mhm.
Because it's about a community. I'm gonna stick up for my black and brown people every single time. I mean, not when they're wrong, but
Yeah, obviously.
but yeah. I'm just trying to think. I no. Shout out to you. Thank you for having me here.
I appreciate that.
Um, shout out to all my friends. I want to shout out my friends Andy. He's a comedian. He has a comedy show this week. My friend Breezy, he's a rock star. He does shows and concerts all the time. I think I'm about to actually go see them later on today to do some content. So shout out to my homies. Oh, and
Man,
shout out to Gina. I love my why Gina. Shout out to Gina. She's like the best seamstress ever. That's my girl. Love her. So
where before we get up out of here, I did want to at least pose the question. Did you have any questions for me that you wanted to ask? Fully open book.
right. I've never had the interviewer ask me to ask them questions.
Hey,
Um and am I wrong if I don't have any questions?
no,
Like I feel
you are
like
not. Look, if you don't have any questions, that's fine. I like to be open. So like if anybody has any questions for me or that they want to post to
I
me,
feel
I
like
always
you
want to be sure.
answered your answers with my answers. So I did appreciate that. So I learned
Okay.
something about you anyway. So yeah.
Cool. That's fair. That's fair. With that, we are going to end with the rundown, ladies and gentlemen. If you do not know what the rundown is, this is where we shout out all of the podcasts, black content creators, black professionals, black authors or artists, and any black businesses that have either supported this podcast or have been a part of this podcast in one form or fashion. This is our chance to let you know what's out there and who you can support as well. Starting with our black podcast, obviously, big shout out to Inside the Mind of a Blur. That is the other podcast that I am a part of. Shout out to my co-host Scuba Steve. He is the founder of Inside the Mind of a Blur. So big shout out to him. Big shout out, of course, to Mike Check, Waifu. These two, Tail and Polo, they always get you caught up on seasonal anime that you can check out. They've watched a lot of anime so that you don't have to, but at the same time, definitely watch whatever they recommend because they are very, very good at discerning what's a great anime in their eyes. And they might, mention some anime that aren't so great as well, but they love seasonal anime. So definitely check them out. Big shout out to Blanime and Worst Generation podcast, collectively known as Anime After Dark. I do not know if they're still going to be running. I do not know if they're coming back for DreamCon, but they have always had a great community. So big shout out to them. Shout out to my boys at the Truth and Transparency podcast. They haven't dropped an episode in quite a while, but that's because Brother X and the Culture Scientists are getting ready to welcome into the world a baby. So once again,
Aw,
congratulations to them.
congratulations.
And also big shout out to Mr. Smith because I know he recently got married too. So shout out to all of them. They are moving big time in this game we call life. Big shout out to Dad Needs to Talk with Rob, the father of Vash. Shout out to Geek Set Podcast. Shout out to the Anime Junkies 3 Weaves in the podcast. Big shout out to those anime girls. I think Bria also just got engaged as well. So shout out to her. And shout out, so shout out to Black Geek Energy, my boy Jardo and my boy DeMarcus over there, still doing big things. I'm still trying to catch y'all on follower account on YouTube. I will catch up eventually, but yeah, shout out to them. And to our black authors, K Renee, and Elena Graham, aka Elena. Big shout out to y'all. And for our Black content creators, of course, we got Off Black Mag by Aaron. A big shout out to Cerberus Entertainment. For our streamers, big shout out to Tatted Poodle, the Geechee Gamer. Big shout out to Shelby. She also has Simply Janine, Simply Baked, and Roseless Traveled. Big shout out to Strange Keith with Idols to Icons. Toasty Marshmallow. Big shout out to the Corner 5. That is Simone, Courtney 5, Chris, and Sham. Big shout out to, once again, Scuba Steve and his boy Alpha for Blurred Mind Productions. Big shout out to my girl Carol Bits, who is also a Hamptonian.
Oh, yeah, she is.
Yes, yes, indeed. And now, of course, we have to add YG to the list as well. So big shout out to you, ma'am. All right. For our artists, we got big shout out to NASA, Scoozy, Jack.Union, Phil.me, RJ Stackhouse, Quarter, Tyrone League Jr., who, of course, has provided the intro.
RJ Stackhouse?
Yes.
He went to Hampton too.
Yes, he did. That is my brother.
Oh,
Again, yeah, we was in the drum. Well, I was in the drum line. I brought him in. So,
nice.
Yep. And big shout out to Tyrone League Jr., who is also a Hamptonian. He has provided the intro and outro song to this podcast.
Nice.
Big shout out to Ari Lachelle, also Hamptonian. Zach Hines and Fortresses, also Hamptonian. We got so many Hamptonians on here. Yes. Also, big shout out to Elena Graham again, who goes by Elena whenever she does drop music. And a big shout out to Imogen, Hamptonian. As y'all can already tell, like when Hampton gets together, like, yeah. And for our Black businesses, big shout out to Fresheners Righteous Minds by Timo, KS's brand by Christina, Cream Cosmetics by Naima. Naima has also been traveling a lot, so big shout out to her, even though she attends that other school. Behold the green and mold. That's all I'm gonna say. Mind Over Money by Miss Tremaine. Big shout out to Studio Maho with Pat and with Yin. I don't think I mentioned her, but big shout out to Daphne Benford Smith. She was with Hold On Law, and now she's definitely with a new law firm as well. So congratulations, continue to do the work that you do, Daph. Also, big shout out to She Designs Too by Aaron. H4 Creative by Zenobia. Real Estate Stone by Meredith, Hamptonian. Sold by Bell by Mariah Bell, also Hamptonian. And Good Vibes only with NASA, and Scrappy Sentiment with my co-host Sappy, who is also Hamptonian. See, we support
Hampton in the house.
Exactly, absolutely. Yeah. All right, YG, how can the people follow you?
You can follow me everywhere at YunGokuu, YNUGOKUU, 1G, 2 U's. I'm literally everywhere, YunGokuu. Yeah. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, Amazon, all them other socials, anything you can think about. I'm pretty sure I'm there. So just find me. And if I'm not there and you want me to be there, tell me so I can get there.
Sounds good. We'll also be sure to leave her handle, of course, in our description as well, so that way y'all can follow her. If you're watching, of course, you see her name lit up in the background, so please be sure that you follow her exactly at that handle as you see it, right underneath, right above Goku. So how about that? And with that, y'all, we're getting ready to sign off. Please be sure that you like, share, and subscribe to the Chaotic Culture Podcast on your favorite DSP. Subscribe to the Patreon for as low as $2 today. Once again, we appreciate your support. You can, of course, follow us on Facebook at the Chaotic Culture Podcast page. You can follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and on Threads at Chaotic Culture Pod. You can follow us on X/Twitter at Chaotic Culture 1. And you can follow us on Blue Sky at chaoticculture.bsky.social. You can follow me, Ked the Pro, that's K3D the Pro on all social media. And of course, you can follow my co-host Sappy at Scraps14 on all social media, Scuba Steve at ScubaSteve1428 on all social media. You can also follow my boy Law at L.JR_96 on Instagram and Law96_ on Twitter/X. And this has been another edition of the Chaotic Culture Podcast. So once again, y'all, happy Black History Month. Please be sure that you support your favorite local Black artists, Black business owners, and of course, content creators. We are here. We are doing the work. But until next time, folks, remember, embrace the culture. Chaos rules. Be blessed. Be safe. God is love. We are out of here. Deuces.
So what's the word?
You are now tuned in to the Chaotic Culture Podcast. And